Welcome back to this tarot reading. If you are tuning in, this message is for all Sagittarius in love for the end of May. I have the cards laid out right here, so we're going to flip them over. I don't read reverse just because I don't. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So far only one major arcana. So starting off with the King of Wands. The King of Wands could be, I'm guessing this is more for the females right now, but there's a king like in your life that's very passionate about what they do. They are like very leadership, very visionary, and you have your eyes set on them, so to speak, right? You see them as somebody who knows how to manifest things in their life, whether it's just small things or big things, whatever it may be, right? So with the King of Wands here, yeah, this person, you look up to them a lot. This might just be a role model that you look up to. Guys, this could be the energy that you're holding, or this could be like a fatherly figure or somebody in your life that you look up to or you view as a fatherly figure, right? So only take what resonates, leave what doesn't resonate. Moving on, we do have the Page of Cups here. So with the Page of Cups, there is like a birth of a new idea or a new way of being, it feels like, for a lot of Sagittarius. It feels like you went through like a metamorphosis, like, from a caterpillar, and then when the caterpillar dies, all its cells commit suicide, and then it transforms into a butterfly, right? So, not all its cells, but, um, but yeah, you went through a metamorphosis, so to speak, and you like have this new view on life or this relationship or just like a person or situation, whatever it may be, right? And there could be like a literal birth, like somebody might be pregnant that you might know of, that you're maybe close to or in relationship with. So this could be your partner. Your partner could be pregnant, or you could be thinking about having a kid or something like that. So yeah, there's like a birth of something. Keep moving forward. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, right now it seems like you're juggling life, like you're juggling work, school, whatever you may be doing in life. You're juggling it. It could be your religious background, right? It could be anything. So, right, it seems like you're juggling though. You might be juggling more than you can handle. Is what I'm getting. You might be, uh, you might be taking on more than you need to, so to speak. Maybe there's things that aren't as important, so to speak. It could be, excessive things that just aren't important, right? But keep doing what you're doing, Sagittarius, because whatever you're doing right now seems to be working out for you. This is actually a very like positive reading for a lot of Sagittarius out there. So moving on, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. So right now you're like viewing all your accomplishments. You're viewing everything you've like manifested in life, so to speak, or how things have worked out for you in life, and you're kind of just looking back on all of that, and maybe you're even looking back on past relationships and how they've benefited you, whether romantic, friendship, family, whatever it may be. So, I think you're also looking back on how you've interpreted things, possibly. Maybe how you've interpreted people's words, and maybe you're just looking at things through a different view. So you're definitely looking at all the past things that you've manifested or that have come into your life. And then we do have the High Priestess. So you are going within. You are like using your intuition, your spirit, your guide, whatever you want to call it, God. Allah, Buddha, your higher self, right? You're looking within towards that light, and you're finding like the truth of things. You know what I mean? You maybe you've grown up um, following someone else's dogma, whether it's your parents or just something you grew up in, and now you're just like learning how to use your own light instead of believing everything you're told, so to speak, and or believing everything you grew up to believe, right? So you might be just challenging everything, which is awesome. I think it's good to question everything we've been taught, because then we can actually like think for ourselves and not be controlled by our emotions to our past that we or to the things that we think we know. I think it's good to keep an open mind, and that's what you're doing, Sagittarius. You're keeping an open mind to just anything really, and um, just using your light to differ, whether it's for you or whether it's not for you, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and draw some more cards here. This is a pretty straightforward reading, but I don't see much about love here. For some Sagittarius, you could be using the High Priestess. You could be like asking your guides about love and maybe relying on them too much, is what I'm getting. You might be very religious and relying on spirit too much to decide what your love life should be, when in reality, I think spirit just wants you to take control of that and just decide what you want and go after it, instead of having to be so indecisive, right? But it's all good. So we're going to continue. With the King of Wands, we drew the Nine of Cups. And then with the Page of Cups, we drew the Knight of Pentacles. Down here with the Two of Pentacles, we drew the Empress. Down here we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. And then here with the High Priestess, we have the Two of Swords. So back up here with the King of Wands, where either you're holding this like leadership, visionary energy, or you look up to somebody who is, right? You look up to them because you see like all that they manifest, or how they're able to control themselves and not let their emotions, or not react off their emotions. You kind of see like what they can accomplish in life. Basically, you kind of look at them through a lens of, man, if I could know how to do this, then I'd be able to manifest this in my life. You're like thinking of your own dreams, but also looking to them at how they're able to be so in control, right? Or just know how to manifest, right? Which is good. So with the Page of Cups, moving on. So back to the Page of Cups, where there's like a birth of something, a new idea, a literal birth. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, so there is like a male in your life that could be your potential lifelong partner, right? And just remember, this is all about if you want this to happen. It's up to you. With the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is somebody who's like very slow moving. Um, they're just somebody who maybe rides on a high horse. You know what I mean? Kind of has their own goals, their own ambitions and stuff. So when it comes to relationships, they're just very slow moving. They don't like they don't um they don't want to like offer their love, at least to you right now, because they might already be in a relationship, is what I'm getting. um you know um don't let that get you down, because there is still potential that they are wanting to offer you something. I'm guessing like they think about you, but just not as much as they used to or something. So yeah, it's a very slow moving night. It's a very slow moving energy when it comes to you, when it comes to moving towards you. Or this could be your energy. It could be a vice versa. You could be the one that's maybe waiting on them, when in reality you should be taking the first step and moving towards them. You know what I mean? So with the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, this is like a very slow moving energy. It could be on both sides as well. So, I mean, back to the Page of Cups. Literally, like, I'm just getting messages. Sorry, I'm trying to close them. Literally, this could mean like the birth of a new friendship, a new relationship, or rebirth of, a resparking of a past relationship or something. Um, so yeah, there's that with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Moving on, we do have we did draw the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, like you are juggling life, and I'm guessing your partner as well. They're juggling life as well. So you guys are like very similar when it comes to energies. You both are kind of just doing your own thing. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of movement coming towards each other. Right? And the reason for that is because we have the Empress card here. So with the Empress card, like I said, the person that you're thinking of, whether it's male or female, whoever you are, right? They could be already in a relationship with another, like, if it's a guy and he's in a relationship, he's in a relationship with somebody who's already like holding a very nurturing energy, somebody who's like very kind to him, who nurtures him and wants to be with him, kind of thing, or just at least shows it. So, um, and if if that's not the case, then this could be your energy. You could be the one that's holding this energy. It's very nurturing, very giving, very kind, very considerate. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, you could be the one that's like holding this energy, and they might not even notice this about you, is what I'm getting. They might not even notice that you care enough to maybe express yourself in this way. You know what I mean? I think when it comes to these two people, I feel like you guys are holding back when it comes to a sexual relationship. Maybe because you might be virgins, or or you just might not like feel that way towards each other, right? Or you might be scared, or um, I don't know. Um, it's hard to explain, but I feel like it's worth the chance to at least express yourself that way. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Um, I feel like with these two energies, though, this could be your kids. This could be literally your kids that are going through this, Sagittarius, or somebody that's very young, very childlike, that they just don't know how to express themselves sexually, and so, or maybe they're scared to express themselves sexually or get in that energy, that mood, you know what I mean, that vibe, whatever it may be. But you guys, I mean, you both have like very high energies. Like you guys are really good people. You shouldn't be afraid to express yourselves like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, of course, listen to your own like inner light, your own being, but don't be afraid to express it as well. You know what I mean? So, um, moving here, we do have the Seven of Pentacles, right? And back to this. Sorry, we're moving back. So yeah, and it might just be one person. It might just be one person that's very like religious. It feels like, and the other person's not. The other person wants like that sexual energy, that sexual connection. You know what I mean? Just that romantic connection. You know what I mean? But maybe the other person's too scared to express it. I don't know. Either it could be the male, it could be the female. I don't know who it is. So moving on, we do have the Seven of Pentacles, right? So with the Seven of Pentacles, where you're kind of like viewing your life, viewing your past, viewing your abundance, all the relationships that you've manifested, all the things that you've manifested, right? So you do have the Ace of Swords here. So I'm feeling like in a lot of cases, you guys might have a hard time standing up for yourselves, Sagittarius, or whoever this may be, whether it's your partner or you, right? I think you have a hard time standing up for yourself when it comes to maybe peer pressure, right? Such as the Ace of Swords. I feel like if you're in a community, it's easier for you to go along with the sheep or the people. Just kidding. I'm sorry, that was me. But it feels like very hard for you to like maybe speak up for yourself, like speak your truth. What's your truth? You know what I mean? How do you actually feel about you? Like, you know what I mean? How do you feel about this? It doesn't matter what everybody else feels about it. I mean, if you care, then listen. But um, you know what I mean. So, but how do you feel about it? You know what I mean? It's all about how you feel, and are you willing to like speak up your truth? Are you willing to stand up for your truth? And your truth is how you feel. You can't deny your own feelings. If you feel anger, if you feel sadness, if you feel sexual tension, if you feel, love, hate, don't be afraid to feel into that and express it if it bothers you enough. You know what I mean? If it really bothers you enough, you shouldn't be afraid to express it. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to tell somebody to fuck off. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, especially if I feel like Sagittarius, I feel like you might be easily peer pressured. That goes for you or your partner. Um, and you just need to know like um, when to say no. You know what I mean? Or how to say no. If you're always a person that says yes, 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 I'm down, blah 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 blah. You need to learn how to say no, or I just don't want to. You know what I mean? You need to speak your truth, even if you think it's going to hurt the other person. In reality, they need to hear it as much as you need to speak it, and they need to speak it as much as you need to hear it. Okay? So, if there's no truth, there's no ground for growth. You know what I mean? So, with the High Priestess here, right? With the High Priestess, where you might be religious, or the other person might be religious, or you're just both going within using your inner light, um, calling it whatever you want. Right now, you're both like in a decision kind of. I think you're overthinking it. I think you're like, ooh, I don't know if I should leave my religion behind and go explore, or I don't know if I should go do this or do that. You're very indecisive, but you have a blindfold on. Just take off the blindfold. Like, you can go do whatever you want. You don't have to ditch your religion. You don't have to ditch these people. You don't have to, right? But it's your choice. You know what I mean? But like I said, and using your inner light is really, it's just following how you feel inside. You know what I mean? Listening to your inner feelings, your inner gut, right? Your inner instincts. And I feel like you might be using that excessively. Like, you might be like, oh, if my spirit doesn't feel right about this, or my light or God or whatever doesn't feel right about this, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? In reality, you're looking at an outside thing when you should be looking at an inside thing. Like, you should be looking at it as a part of yourself. You know what I mean? How do you feel? You know what I mean? We're the ones with free agency. We should be able to decide what we want. You know what I mean? Um, and but you have this blindfold on. You're very indecisive. You don't know if you should take it off. You know what I mean? And look at the truth of how things are. You know what I mean? And you have to realize, Sagittarius, sometimes there's people out there that aren't in your best interest. They're only in theirs. You know what I mean? Um, and and that could just be a mirror reflected back at you. You know what I mean? And where you need to not be in everyone's best interest, but only focus on yourself. You know what I mean? What's best for you. You know what I mean? Um, I like to view everybody as a mirror. You know what I mean? If I feel this way about a person deep down inside, that's probably something I need to work on. You know what I mean? So, uh, You know, when somebody's projecting their own like insecurities and fears on you, if someone's yelling at you or is angry with you, you have to look at it as you have to come to an understanding that you're just their mirror as well. You know, it's something that they need to work on. It's nothing to do with you, okay? Sometimes people just dump their energy on you and expect you to take care of it or fix it because you have a very high vibe energy. Sagittarius, you're very fiery, you know what I mean? And it's easier for them to dump their energy on you, and that's why Sagittarius, you need to learn to like speak your truth, you know what I mean? I don't feel like the person that you're thinking of, or you know, the person that you want to be in a relationship with, or you know, the other person. I don't believe they do that to you. I believe they're very nurturing and giving, but I feel like there are people in your life that do that. Maybe subconsciously they don't know, you know what I mean? But there are some people that do know, and they do it on purpose. So you need to learn how to protect your energy, how to set boundaries and say no, and just stand up for yourself, okay? All right, Sagittarius, I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and yeah, much love. Peace.